So I've got this client from Dublin, and it was around this March when this COVID situation was getting worst across the globe. When we started talking about what exactly is his view about COVID thing and all those things. So while all these random conversations, he said that there's something which you really need to understand about the pharma industries, and he started talking about APIs and then how these drug formulations actually help, how the revenue cycle actually takes place. So basically he has a history of consulting, and so he's a very good client of ours, and I got a few ideas from him, and that actually helped me out to evolve into these concepts, because of which I invested into companies like Morpin Labs and Kaplan Point at the lows of March. And as we all know, most of these companies became 3x and 4x in the days to come. Now, honest confession, I didn't invest a huge amount of corpus at that point of time, for I had my own skepticism, and let's face it, at that point of time no one had the audacity to go all in. One could have gone 10%, 15%, or even 20% of his capital, but going 100% is pure bluff or pure risk, as you can say. So one thing which I observed at this point of time is this client has a history of working with multiple pharma companies and billion-dollar pharma companies, and of course he takes our advices on financial systems, as well as we do help him to make some good returns on his investments. But the point is, there was some sort of competency which this person had actually got, and this is exactly what we call a circle of competence. If you are a person who's working into an IT company, you have a fair chance of understanding how the IT companies perform. If you are a person who has actually worked in and out into a construction company, you will be in a better position to understand the entire construction industry, as contrast to someone who has been working into some other industry, maybe a leather industry or something. And you need to understand that when it comes to investments, you need to have a circle of competence, as the legendary Warren Buffett says. So if you are having some competence, if you know an industry in and out, you will be in a better position to understand the cycles, the revenue structure, the competitive nature, how much restriction of participants is over there, barriers to entry, and so on, the replacement cost in few areas. So all these things can be easily answered by you in case you know this industry well. So the first tip which I would give to all of you listening to this entire session is, in case you are going to invest, please don't blindly invest on tips and all those things. The better way to do is, either you get a legit, genuine advice from an expert, you get a consulting service from some good people, or if you're doing it on yourself, don't blindly buy just because someone is saying that the next big thing is EV, that is electrical vehicles. Don't jump onto it right away. I'm not here to debate whether it's going to be the future or not, but someone who's into the automobile industry knows very well which companies are getting into that segment, which will be having the early bird advantage, which companies are into trouble because of the networks which these people have built and the knowledge which they have acquired over the periods of time. So you always need to focus which industry you are in. Now there could be one question over here for specifically housewives and those students who haven't worked anywhere. So for them, common sense is something which is going to work out really well. In case you're stepping out of your house and you go out and see what people are consuming, what people are actually investing their time and money upon, you can get a lot of ideas. So it's not necessary that every time you need to depend on someone else for your investment ideas. Build your circle of competence. If you have now decided what is your circle of competence, make sure you write it down in the comment section below, and I would be picking up a few of those areas in the videos to come, and I'll try to explain you in depth as to how you can go further with this circle of competence. So give some time, understand what it could be, and make sure you comment in the section. And in case you liked anything out of this IGTV, don't forget to hit the like button. Keep learning, keep growing, keep investing, and keep trading.